Howdy. That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 19th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas A&M's offense will have the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. On the ground, it's Gilliam. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the gun, the running back has it. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Aggies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. At midfield, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, let's not overcomplicate this. I love it. Put the QB under center. You know it's a QB sneak. Make the defensive line stop me. That hard to the goal line, it's hard to do. And the offense didn't try to get too cute. Really nice work getting the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The give to the tailback. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quick strike complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 14 to Houston. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He wants to throw. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water banks, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Wants to fire on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity.
He lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Getting some heat. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Tide!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Offense gets set for second down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going up top. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. These quarterbacks have been spinning that ball so far, but just when you think you got to drop 5 or 6 into coverage, these dual-threat QBs can burn you on the ground. I think realistically, the defense that's able to best contain one of those aspects is going to be the defense that breaks serve and finds a path to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
On second down, just keeps firing. He's got the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gilliam. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dances away, trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to TCU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's running free down the middle. 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's going to run it. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He wants to throw. He's right on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. It's complete to the left. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They are controlling the ball. Ninth play of the drive. Looking to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Back to the air one more time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Working that left side now. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Trying to pound their way in. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal.